Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, we're going to be working on the Peugeot, just on the other side there, you can just see it. I've already set her up, I've swapped her over for the Transit. She's there. So yeah, we're going to be working on that today. Quite a little bit of work to do on it. I literally want to do everything. So I want to do the front repair, the service, the clean, the MOT, and up for sale today. One day, Friday. This is Friday morning. So yeah, I've got a very busy day today. But let's see if I can do it and get it done in one day. That's the plan. There is an issue with the engine. There is an issue with you know, I'll get into that in a second. But there is a problem there that may cause us a bit of problems. But let's see how we go. But yeah, for now, guys, really appreciate all the support on the last comment on this video on the Transit. Everyone was telling me that I should be doing it a different way, bleeding the brakes. I don't know if that's just the old school way, because these modern engines now, it's all changed. I did speak to another mechanic up the road, and he did tell me, I did say to him, should I start at the back and work way to the front when it comes to bleeding the brakes? And he said, nah, you don't need to do that anymore, because there's 4 lines going to each wheel. So as long as you've pushed the air through every line, then it shouldn't really matter. You know. So, and the stuff that he does as a mechanic is crazy. Like, he just pulls engines out, strips every part of the engine off of it, including all the cams and all that sort of stuff. All the lower part of the engine, the top end, the bottom end. He just strips it all down, replaces all the bits and pieces, and then rebuilds it. And he's so clever. So I do trust what he says. That's why I did do that. You know, that the way I've done it is because, not because he told me to do it that way, was because he said you don't have to start from the back and work to the front. So that's why I did that. Anyway, guys, that's enough waffling about that one. Let's get cracking with this Peugeot, and let's see if I can get it done, finished, MOT'd, and up for sale today. So let's do this. So here we go. Right, we know we've got to change the bumper, and I want to do a service on this car. Check the tyres, check the brakes, lift her up, do all the checks I can on this. And then basically, yeah, I've got an MOT booked for 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it is now 7:45 in the morning. So we've got a few hours, but yeah, it does go quick. So I need to get cracking. So I just want to quickly show you the issue that I'm talking about. So let me show you. There, that there is the temperature gauge, and it hasn't moved. I've had it running now for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and it hasn't moved. There you go. So, yeah, I've had a look online, and what a lot of people are saying is that it's to do with the thermostat. On the house, the thermostat housing, it's got a temperature sensor, and they're saying that it's 95% of the time. That's what the problem issue is. So we've got to do a thermostat housing, which I've already got. I've got some bits and pieces. I wanted to make sure I've got all these bits and pieces before we get started, but you know, instead of waiting for parts to turn up and stuff. So, and I'll just quickly show you it. So this is the part. So this is the thermostat, yeah. So you can see inside there's a thermostat in there. It's a sealed unit, this thermostat and housing. So yeah, you can't just change the thermostat, I don't think. I don't look like it. And then you can see this little brown switch here. That's the temperature sensor. That's part of it. You can see it's in there. So I'm hoping that this bad boy is gonna stop. You know, it's gonna is going to sort that out. And it's a bit tricky, this one, because I remember doing, back in the day, a little while back, I had a Mini Cooper that I was struggling with, a blue one in my garage at home. One of the first cars I did for the channel and off Copart. And this was one of the parts that I end up changing this part as well. So I know that it's a pipe that goes around the back of the engine. This pipe here goes to the water pump. And it's pretty tricky to get that back on and connected. So yeah, I think I'm gonna struggle with this, guys, but it needs to be done. It's got to be done. I think that's the cause of it. That temperature gauge not going up. I hope it is, and we will see if it sorts it out. But yeah, I've had it running for a little while, so I know the oil's hot. Obviously the coolant hot as well, so I've got to be careful when I'm putting the coolant out and stuff. But there we go. So I'll set you up. Let's just start getting the front bumper off. I'll drain the oil, drain the coolant, get all that started to drain off, and then I'll move to the bumper, get the bumper off, and then we'll just go for it, guys. And let's just see if I can get this done. Yeah, let's do this. Right, guys, so this is going to be a little bit of waffling, but I just wanted to talk to you around the car. I've taken, obviously you can see me doing it, took the bumper off, and I've done the oil and the water, so that's all drained out, just dripping away down at the bottom there. So yeah, behind the bumper, good news, no damage whatsoever, lights spot on, crash bar perfect. I think obviously these little bits and pieces come from the inside of the bumper, so that's just all little bits crap down there, but no pipes have been damaged, nothing's been touched. So yeah, really happy with that. So it is just a bumper, so I'll swap that over and do the service, clean her up. We've got to get in there and get that thermostat, which is behind all this. I've got to drop the car, take all this off, and do all that side of it in a minute. But going round, let's have a look at the brakes. The discs, no lip whatsoever. There's nothing on them. Look, they're absolutely brand new, and the pads, just the same. Look, loads and loads of tread on them pads, really thick. So yeah, really happy with that. Yeah, tons and tons of pad on that. So there we go. And as I took this inner liner, wheel liner off, wheel arch, I did notice that was where the pump is for obviously the the brake fluid. And you can see that there's 4 lines on top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Them 4 lines are the 4 lines that go to each corner of the wheels. So this one here on this corner is this line right here, and it's the second one in. And you can see that the distance between this and that line to this brake, this corner is really small. So yeah, I think as long as when you're bleeding the brakes, you're pushing the fluid through enough to take out every bit of fluid in each 4 pipes. As long as you're doing it, because obviously this one is, you need to do a little bit because it's a small pipe. But then obviously when you get to the back, you've got to do a lot of it. So more importantly, when bleeding brakes, I think, personally, my opinion, is to make sure that they're bled enough through the bottle that is pushing all the old fluid out of each system. Yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that really, because everyone's saying about that Transit Connect. Oh God! But then I've had messages saying, no, a mechanic's been doing it 45 years, and he'd done it exactly the same way after I've been doing it, that I did it. So, you know, each to their own, and whether or not starting at the back is a big myth, don't know. Who knows? But each to their own, guys. And there we go. So yeah, it's good news about the discs anyway. The discs and pads, really, really good news. I'm not sure I'll do much about the back because they're drums, and you know, as long as they're working all right and spinning okay, which they are. Got good tread on each tyres as well, so that's good. Yeah, let's have a look at this one. Again, discs, like brand new discs. So I'm well happy with that. And look how new, like absolutely spot on this looks in here. It just looks so clean. Where's that torch? Hold on, let me get a torch. It just looks so clean in here. Like, really, really does. So, and the belt, the delivery belt, looks brand new. That belt looks brand new. So, definitely had some service or some sort of work done to this car recently. So I'm going to leave that belt as it is. There's no point changing that if it doesn't need to. If it was a little bit cruddy and a little bit thing, I would have definitely sorted it out and changed it. But yeah, so there we go. Right, so really, I've got to drop it down, get in there, let's do the service. It's weird, I like to look up where the pollen filter is on this car, and it's in here, on the actual engine bay. You pull all this off, and it's in there. Pollen filter. So, yeah, and obviously the air filter is this long thing here. So we'll do that as well at the same time. So, yeah, I think I'm going to drop it down now, and then get into that thermostat housing. Let's get all this off. Let's get into there, and let's see. Yeah, let's see if I can sort this out, guys. So, but good news. No more damage. So, absolutely spot on. Perfect. So there we go. This is obviously the old one and the new one. You can see compared. It's there. So yeah, looking good. So far, so good. The plan is working. today's plan. But yeah, okay, guys. Let's just set you up. Let's do this. Right, guys. Yeah, I managed to get it off in the end. Bit of a struggle. Around the back is probably the hardest point. I obviously took the battery. You can see I took the battery tray out and everything because it's just better for access. I was struggling like sort of for access whilst the battery and that was still there, so I just took it away, and then as you can see I've got loads of space now. But yeah, the tricky point is like at the back, see that pipe there? It's a plastic pipe, and yeah, there's a clip that goes in the top of it as well, so it's pretty tricky. That's probably the hardest point, is to try and get that in. And that actual pipe there, you can see it, was the cause of the Mini Cooper S that I had. What happens is that they get brittle and it split. And it split, and all the coolant went everywhere. And it didn't show on the Mini because there isn't a temperature gauge on the Mini. Didn't show it, and yeah, the engine sort of cooked, and that's what done the Mini on the last one. But that tube, yeah, is a bit of a pain. But it's doable. I've done the oil filter as well, so I've just took that off and plugged that up so that nothing goes in. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be the problem. If I just swap it over, this is going to solve the problem, the issue with the temperature gauge. Like I said, this top bit is a temperature sensor, and obviously this is the new one. And yeah, we'll swap it over. Push that back in. You can see that that's what's got to push back into place. So I'll push that back into place, put that clip on, and basically put it back together. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. So yeah, I'll start doing that now. I'll set you up, guys, and yeah, let's just do the reverse, get the new one back on. So there we go, guys. That is the new thermostat housing in place, and yeah, all connected. But what an absolute pain that clip was right at the back there, the guy on the pipe. I think I've dropped it probably twice. And then I had to, I couldn't get to it because it was round the back. So I have to lift the car up and then try and put my hand up behind the engine and try and fish it out. Yeah, dropped it twice, couldn't believe it. But third time lucky, and I managed to get it all clipped up and it's all done. So yeah, there we go. Right, I think what I'm going to do now is just connect the water pipe back up and then just fill the water up and just see if there's any leaks, just because at this point, really, I I don't want to put it all back together and then there's a leak and then I've got to redo it and then I'll never be able to meet my 2 o'clock MOT for this car today. So yeah, I'll fill it up, water, and then I'll come back to you and then we'll see how it goes. But it's just a case of now just rebuilding and putting it all back together, making sure the plugs are in place and everything's sort of, you know, where it should be and where it goes. So, right, here we go. Let's keep going. What a pain that clip was, unbelievable. But I think I'm doing all right for time. What is it? It's 10 to 11. So not bad on time. Not particularly worried about cleaning it. If I've got time to clean it, I will, but I'm not particularly worried. I'm just sort of concentrating on getting it to the MOT centre. So, yeah. Right. Let's carry on and, yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so there we go. It is all back to normal. Yeah, all back together. I filled the water up first to make sure there's no leaks. There was no leaks there. You never quite know, I suppose, until you actually start the engine and the water sort of circulates and get hot around the engine. So, fingers crossed, it'll be okay. I've done the air filter as I was putting it all back together, so that's done. Oil filter's done. I've put oil in the actual engine and topped it up quite a bit there, so still might have to put a bit more, but there's a good 4.5 litres in that engine at the minute. So yeah, I suppose now it's a case of just trying it, turning it over and have a look and then just seeing if I've put it back to normal, back together properly. But this is the old one. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to be the problem of the cause, or cause of the problem. And yeah, I could have just, you know, renewed that switch, to be honest with you. I could have done that. But then what about if it was, you know, the thermostat, it has got a problem with the phone. Who knows? So I think it was 35 quid. It's worth just replacing the whole lot. So yeah. Right, guys. Let's do it. Let's turn it over, start her up. Yeah. See what happens. Is she off the ground, yeah? Yeah, she's off the ground. Okay. Here we go. Don't think we're going to get to. I need to keep it running for a little while to see if it's if the temperature gauge goes up. But yeah, so far so good. Let me get it up to temperature, and I'll come back to you in a second, and let's see if that gauge moves or not. And this is, you know, I've solved the issue, but yeah. Give me a few seconds, guys, for you. I'm going to leave it running for about 10-15 minutes and I'll come back to you. Right, guys, it's a bit loud, so yeah, just bear with me. Now, she's been running for the last sort of 15 minutes, you know, really getting it warmed up. I don't know if you can see that, but where is it? Is it there? So down there, you can see that crosshead. So that's like a little bleed nipple on top of the actual thermostat. housing that yeah, needs to sort of be undone and then done up, undone, done up. I don't know if I've got like a little drip going on or something going on down there. I've got to have a look at that because there's a little bit of steam coming up still. I don't know if it's because of there's old water that I've undone it and stuff. I don't really know why that is sort of doing that, but I've got to check that out. But if I show you the inside, whew, there we go. So yeah, the gauge is actually working now. So I think that was yeah, that was a good success. I think that was probably going to be the case of that thermostat or the switch, because obviously, you know, I'm getting really hot air coming through. At first, for the first 5 minutes, that gauge wasn't moving, so I was thinking, oh no, it's got to be something else. But yeah, success, guys. Luckily enough, it was it. So yeah, absolute result. But I do want to quickly show you something underneath the car that I've noticed. I know there's going to be a little bit of waffling, guys, but I want to, you know, explain bits and pieces on the car and just show it and stuff, because, you know, you're not the only ones that are watching me do this. The potential new owner is watching me as well, so, you know, I want to make sure that they can see me going over the top and what I'm doing. And what I've noticed is that this exhaust part here, the flexi part, this back bit is a bit loose, and I think the exhaust gases are coming out of there. I'm not quite sure 100%, so I've got to get that checked out by an exhaust garage really, to see if they can, yeah, might have to change that over. But you know, it's another expense really that this car is going to owe me, and it's always that way, isn't it? It's like you always think, oh yeah, it's gonna be a quick one, change the bonnet, change the bumper, and you know, fix her up a little bit, and it'll be the way. But these little bits, you know, they all add up, but they've all got to be sorted. I can't leave it like it. So yeah, you know, a lot of others. There's a lot of other channels on YouTube. If you have a look around, there's all, you know, these car flippers and all that sort of stuff. A lot of them do go over the top, and they do sort of, you know, want to get it sorted, sort the cars out. But there's other ones that just want to kick it out the door and get rid of it and do the absolute minimum to it. But you know, guys, I'm not like that, and I want to make sure that you know, it's got a good car. You know, once I sell it on. So there we go. Right, that's enough waffle for now. I think I'm still going to sort of be able to meet this MOT, and obviously if that the bottom under this exhaust pipe flexi part, if that might fail an MOT, I'm not sure, because I've never come across that before. It's not happened to me before, so yeah, I'm not quite sure, guys. But I think what I'm going to do is just get it all back together. Let's get the bumper on, let's get the wheels on, and take it down there. Have a look what's going on with the MOT, see what he says, and we'll just go from there. But so far, so good. I'm quite happy with the way that come out, because that temperature gauge, that was worrying me, that, you know, I was running the car, but didn't have no temperature gauge to tell me what temperature the engine was at. So it was worrying me a little bit, but there you go. It's done now. We can move on. I'll set you up. Let me get the bumper back on. Let's get it all back to normal. And, yeah, get it over to the MOT centre. So, there we go. Pretty decent, yeah. I'm well happy with that. It's, there's a couple of marks on it, you know. There's one here, and there's a couple around the other side. There's a scratch there, and there. So you know, there's a couple of bits, but nothing major. There's nothing, you know, on top of here. It's pretty good. So yeah, there we go. It's kind of ready for the MOT now, really. I want to give it a good clean, so I'll be doing that as well. Whether I've got time to do the inside, have I got time? Probably got time to do the hoovering. Don't think I've got time to do the actual seats. I think I'll do that when I get back. So yeah, let me crack on for the minute. I'll do the inside. I want to get the outside and give it a clean as well, really, because I haven't cleaned it since I've had it, so it'd be nice to give it a good old clean up. So yeah, bear with me for a minute. I'll see what I can do, and then we're going to take it for the MOT. See what happens. So let's do it. But yeah, I'm well happy with the way it's come out. Plus, obviously the engine temperature now, it's running. You can see it, and yeah, I'm well happy. So. Right, guys, I'm going to crack on. Yeah, let's do this. So there we go, all nice and clean. So, and I put the hubcaps on, wheel trims, so they look pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it, the way it's come out. It's a really nice, clean car, to be honest with you. The actual bodywork and, you know what I mean, the paint, it's just so clean. Like, there's like no scratches whatsoever on the rest of the whole body, apart from 2 on the front bumper that I just changed. That's it. Like, really, really smart. Yeah, and it's come out really well. As well as obviously the low mileage as well. 43,000 miles. Got some service history. Just done a service myself on it as well. 2 keys. It's just, yeah, I just really like it, you know. So I'm really happy the way it's come out. I'm really chuffed. I've still got to do a little bit on it, so I've still got to stick that back. Somehow, so I'll have to get that back and stuck. What else? Not a lot, really. Not a lot. So that's it for now. Let me go off. Let me see if it goes for the MOT, and then I'll come back to you and we'll see what happens. But so far today, very, very productive day. Yeah, but that's only because I had all the service parts and that thermostat housing. I already had those parts to hand. So, yeah, it's all about planning. It's all about sort of thinking ahead. And, you know, that's a big part of what I do with these cars, is I love to think ahead. I'm always trying to think 2 steps, 3 steps in front of what I'm doing all the time. And, yeah, it's paid off today. So it's, what's the time? 20 to 2. And, you know, the MOT is booked for 2 o'clock. So I've got a few more minutes ticking away. I'll probably leave at 1:45. But, yeah, for now, I'll come back to you guys once I've got it MOT'd. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this passes with no advisories. I would love it. It'll just finish it off, this car. Just the icing on the cake if I can get this MOT through with no advisories. That would be absolutely perfect. Yeah, yeah, a really nice end to this car if that happens. So fingers crossed, guys. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre, and as you can see, the heavens opened on the drive back. So, yeah, never mind. It's all clean. I cleaned it. So, yeah, I've got to dry it again. But, yeah, you can see I put the sticker on the back, as every car gets one, to say that I did it. And you can see it. I don't hide nothing, guys. It's all on there. You can go to the channel and see me fixing each and every one of these cars that I do, or vehicles. So let's have a look at the MOT. I'm just looking at some vehicles for next week, seeing what I can get. But yeah, MOT, guys, all passed, no advisories, straight through. So it's just, yeah, just finishes this off. Like, this car, you know, having this now is, yeah, unbelievable. Sort of really nice. So someone is definitely going to get a really nice, reliable, smart, clean car for, you know, I actually don't know what to put this up for, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure what it's worth. Is it worth a little bit over £1,000? Or am I sort of just clutching at straws there? I don't really know. I've never done one of these before. I've never done a Peugeot before. So I really don't know what they're worth. I've obviously done a Mini before, and obviously the engine is the same as that, apart from the Mini Cooper S gets a turbo, and this doesn't. It's only a 1.4 petrol. And like I said, I've never done one before, guys. So I don't really know what to price it at. But considering the condition of it, the history of it, the service history that comes with it, the MOT history, it's a category N. It is a category N. We all know that because of the front bumper. But obviously, you know, like I said to everyone that wants to buy a car from me, go to the channel, have a look what I've done to it, have a look how it was repaired, and yeah, peace of mind for the new owner. It's always, but that's what it's always been about. Peace of mind for the new owner, and that's why I do show so much, guys. That's why I do show quite a lot, considering compared to other channels. A lot of the other channels are more interested in doing the, you know, the funny shots and the editing. I'm interested in none of that, really. I'm just back to basics, proper raw footage. You know, I've no outtakes on doing this videoing, guys. I have no outtakes. It's just bang, one hit, film it, say it, job done. And that's probably why I waffle so much, to be honest with you. I've had a few comments saying it. Stop waffling, get on with it. But that's probably why I do waffle, is because of the fact that, you know, I'm not doing like 6 or 7 different takes. I'm not editing, spending hours and hours editing my videos. It's just raw footage of these cars. And this is a beautiful example of a salvage car, category N. But yeah, drop me a comment, guys. Seriously, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about the price as well. What should I sort of aim for? What do you think I should aim for? And if anyone is interested in it, drop me a message as well, because it's up for sale. I don't know. 1250? Not sure. I really don't know. So yeah, drop me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'll get back to you. But for now, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you have a nice weekend. Hopefully it's not raining for you and the weather's good wherever you are. And yeah, back on it Monday. We're looking for some more projects, as I just showed you on the laptop. I'm looking for more projects every week, but next week, yeah, hopefully pick up a couple more, or some more salvage cars. And yeah, Monday we're going to finish off Mark's Transit and get that sort of wrapped up and finished for him. And yeah, we're going to do the stripes and get all that sorted out, and get that van 100% wrapped up if we can on Monday. So right, there we go. That's enough waffling. Hope you like this video. If you do, show your appreciation, give the video a thumbs up, and drop me a comment, guys. and I'll see you guys on the next one.